This is actually where the alphabet goes to die. They say this place is very haunted. I love old cars. And this one does not disappoint. You could even see a little dog sticking out the side. Old North Carolina license plate. Plymouth. Go ahead. That's right. Gotta love it. The sound, the smell, the look, all of it. All my senses are scintillated with its majestic majesty. Weird state of events. I'm actually back where I was before I even got into Charlotte. How you can tell, it's the police car right over here. If you want to see that video, that police car is badass still. Looks even better during the daytime. I came there maybe night. Old abandoned building life. Todd's Grocery. How long you think it's been since it's seen a grocery? Oh wow, look it up there. Ooh, look at that. Look at the old Pepsi. Camel right here. Old Coke machine. He's using shingles as floor mats. It's pretty interesting. More over here. Maybe this is Todd Grocery House. Yeah, that's been a while, huh? Would it burn down? Yeah. It's fire. There's a piece to the roof. Air conditioner. Burnt up cans. Brick stairs. Don't want to dare go in there. The floor is probably all burnt through. I'll fall into the foundation. Holy crap. Dog really likes me over there. If that isn't the biggest pile of trash I've ever seen. And a fridge. Dog loves me. I don't know if you could hear it. Wow. They don't pick up over here? Jesus Christ. Look at all this. At Andrew Jackson State Park, where the 18th president, Andrew Jackson, was born, or so they say. And this is the schoolhouse, a replica of a schoolhouse he would have attended in Lancaster, South Carolina, where supposedly he's from. See the oldness. The old... Oh, I don't want that hat. Don't want to be the dunce. See all the old books. 200 years of learning in Lancaster. Andrew Jackson got special schooling where he learned Greek and Latin. An orphan at 14, the ex-prisoner of war. He went off to be a lawyer. The statue of the young Andrew Jackson. Bareback on a horse. Farm horse. And off into the yonder, thinking to himself, what's next? I ask myself that question sometimes. It's a gift to the kids of South Carolina by a sculptor, Ann White. Spent his formative years cockfighting, horseback riding, gaining the best education the frontier could offer. And here's it in construction. She was 90 years old when it was finished. Oh, to commemorate the 200th birthday, 1967. 25,000 pounds bent the crane when they were putting it in place. He's also the creator of what we call the Democratic Party today.
One of them was the Jackson family. After a grueling voyage, the Jacksons landed in the colonies. They were headed for the Waxhaws, a region of South Carolina named for a local tribe of Native Americans. A patriot and a traitor, he was one of the greatest of generals and wholly ignorant of the art of war. A writer brilliant, elegant, eloquent, without being able to compose a correct sentence or spell words of 4 syllables. A stickler for discipline, he never hesitated to disobey his superior. A democratic autocrat, an urbane savage, an atrocious saint. James Parton, biographer.
So not the best guy, but could be worse. Looks like he might have even went to Burger King at a time. Lots of uniforms. The bayonet that was used. Imagine being stabbed with that thing. Damn. No thanks. May the force be with you. If you look at this map right here, you can see why. You're just so close to the North Carolina border. Just barely into South Carolina. There's Waxhaw, and it covers this whole area. Now, Andrew Jackson says himself that he's born in South Carolina, but Andrew Jackson State Park's certainly something to see. They've got a bunch of trails. They got a meeting house over there. They've got the huge statue over here, but not far down the road is North Carolina, Waxhaw, where he also could have been born. The jury's out. Nobody knows. But we're gonna find out today, or at least I'll give you all the stuff so you can make your own decision as to which side, either side with Mr. Jackson himself, Mr. Curtis 50 Cent, Mr. $20 bill himself. Well, soon he's only gonna be half the $20 bill, right? Because Harriet Tubman's getting the other half. Is that what I heard? On the North Carolina side of things, in Waxhaw, the colony I was talking about before of Indians that this place is named for, about 120 people laid their farmlands scattered across the lands. This could be the spot where he was born. Here in March 15th, 1768. Andrew Jackson, the 7th president of the United States, could have been born here, what was his relative's plantation. And I would assume she'd need help because her husband had just died in a farming accident. Now, she could have been like, oh crap, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to go to my relative's house in North Carolina for some help and figure out what's going on. I don't know. There's not really a set story, so I'm trying to maybe make one up that'll go towards the North Carolina side. I don't know. You make it up yourself, which state he was born in, but they both care a lot because this whole street is called Andrew Jackson Street, and he also has a highway named after him in North Carolina. But he has a full park and monument in South Carolina, so depending on what side of the story you believe in, it's kind of similar to where was his first home run, right? If you believe in the Babe Ruth story that I was talking about the other time, some people believe his first home run was at spring training in Fayetteville, North Carolina. But people north of the border, up there in Canada, believe it was in Toronto. Really trying to figure out what this channel is still. And I really like these roadside attractions, just the story behind them and how all of them are like really sensational. And like, what one was it? Like, too bad there wasn't like a Maury back in the day where they can come to a place and like Judge Judy could figure it out. Okay, no, you were not the father. Or they take his blood to figure out, what river water he was drinking, and that river only flows through South Carolina, so whoa, South Carolina. Just think, 200 years ago, Andrew Jackson could have sat in that chair right there. I'm gonna hit up this Planet Fitness, try and get those positive dopamines going. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little bit. I don't know. I don't know if you guys like history or whatever, but, you know, I enjoy it. I enjoy knowing my history, you know? Those who don't know their history are damned to repeat it, right? So, hey. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ow, that was really painful.